Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How is everyone today? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing well. As you can see, I haven't done my hair yet this morning. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it, but I think I'm going to let it air dry today, which means I'll probably just put it in a pony and forget about it because I'm not really doing anything special today. Anyhow, well, this morning, thus far, what I've done is I got up and got my shower. Today is a non-running day, so I feel a little bit sluggish, I'm not going to lie. But we'll manage. We'll get through the day. And then what I did is I got out of the shower and I got into my refrigerator. And I pulled out 2 of the tea bags that I'd saved. I drink tea instead of coffee most days, although I did have coffee yesterday. And I drink tea, and so I save the tea bags after I've made tea, and I put them in the refrigerator in a Ziploc bag, and I let them cool down overnight or whatever. And so this morning I took them out just like this, and I put them under my eyes like that for depuffing, because I wanted to do that instead of putting another product on like I'd done in the past. And I felt like in the other video that I did, I felt like the tea bags did really well. So I thought, why not? I'm using the tea, so I can get 2 uses out of the tea bag, which is, always a good thing for me. If you can reuse things or use them in a different way, then why not, right? And it's also cheap. So I'm already buying tea. I'm already making tea. Free tea bags. Excellent. Or free under eye treatment, so to speak. So I put those under my eyes, and I'm just going to go like that, and that's just to depuff underneath here and underneath here. Now you can see on both of my eyes that I have loose skin there, and that's just coming from the aging process and from the fact that it runs in our family to have extra skin under here. And this actually looks a little bit puffy, but it's not puffy at all. It's just this skin laying there. And as much as I would like to, for it not to be there, I'm not really sure that I want to do the eye surgery. I just feel funny about, it's just me, it's a personal thing. I feel funny about anything going on with my eyes because your eyes are so very important. And I figure, I wear glasses, and so a lot of the times you can't see it anyway, or it's lessened. So I think I'm okay with it for now. Later, when I get a little bit older, I might do something. I might not. We'll just have to wait and see. And so I did those tea bags for 5 minutes. So I had my hair in a towel, and I just put them under my eyes for 5 minutes, and I just sat there and let them do their thing. They were very cold, which I think was helpful, and very, it was an easy thing to do, so why not? And then I put on my primer. It's the Revlon Color Stay Protect and Prime. There we go. Protect and Prime. And it has, what's this right here? SPF 34. You know how I feel about SPF. If you don't, then you haven't watched my other videos. It's just so very important, especially if you live in Florida like I do. And for some reason, I feel like there's a shadow right here under here. And there's a shadow. That is not makeup. I take my mascara off every single night. You should too. Please get into that habit. And yesterday I did a video where I talked about the brows and I showed you a technique. And so today I'm going to show you a different technique for brows as well. So we're going to go ahead and do that because I thought it worked well yesterday, that technique, although I thought it was a little bit strange. So I don't know. I am more likely to use the technique that I'm going to show you today. So I'm using my NYX. And I'm going to use the lighter color today. Yesterday I used this color. It was a little too dark for my liking, so it is what it is. And so yesterday's video, I showed you a technique where you essentially draw a line from here to here and from here to here. You fill it in, and then you do your brows, and then you erase that, essentially. I used my Silver Waller to do it. So today I wanted to show you a different technique for doing brows that has, in my opinion, the same effect. So I'm going to load up my brush with my eyebrow powder, and I'm just going to lay this right across here just like this. And what this is doing is it's giving you symmetry so that your eyebrows start in the same place and they're not one's higher, one's lower. Now I don't know if you can tell, but my eyebrow, this eyebrow naturally goes higher than this one, and I guess that's just the symmetry of my face. I'm a little asymmetrical. That's okay, I suppose. But I'm going to go ahead and do it like this, and you see my 11s right here. Right here. There's almost where my brow line starts, or where my actual brow starts. So I'm going to put it right here, and I'm going to start my brows right here, just like that. And I'm going to do my arch. Boop. And then I'm going to do the other side the same way. And you see, this is just making it so that it starts in the same place. And because this brush has a little bit of an angle on it, you see that? I'm using it like that, or like perpendicular, I suppose is the word, because that will automatically give me the width that I like. Some people like their eyebrows to be wider. I don't care for mine to be wide eyebrows. I'll just fill this in, and I'm going to look over here on my other mirror just to make sure I'm doing right, and that looks good. I need to do a little bit more on this edge over here because we don't want our eyebrows. You don't want your eyebrows to stop right here. You want them to go actually all the way across. Otherwise, you might look a little bit strange. And I'm actually going to extend it just a little bit today because why not? It's kind of fun. I don't like the way that looks right there, so I'm just going to tap. And that's the nice thing about eyebrow powder. I think it's a little more forgiving. So if you make a mistake, you can just go, oh, I don't like that, and fix it, and then there you have it. You don't have to worry about it so much. I'm going to extend this just a little bit more over here because, it might be kind of fun. You should try new things with your makeup. I try things all the time with my makeup because I don't like to look the same every day. I've said that before, and I really mean that because I feel like if you look the same every day, then you start to get yourself into a rut. So that's my eyebrows for today. I'm kind of not liking this part right here, so I'm going to fix that really quick. All right, there we go. That's a little bit better. I feel like that one's a little wide. So you can see they're starting in the same place and like that too. So my arch is in the same place. My beginning is in the same place. So my eyebrows are actually symmetrical. Thinner right there. Bada boom, bada bing. And there's our eyebrows for today. So that other technique where they draw the lines and fill it in, I think that's a great idea for somebody who is brand new to doing eyebrows. So if you're teaching a younger person, a younger lady, a teenager, kid, whatever you want to call it, to do eyebrows, I think that might be a good technique for them to try for a while and then show them the other way so that they don't have to do that every single day. They might accidentally, you know how children are or teenagers are, they might accidentally forget to erase that, and then they go to school looking like that, and then they would just have a bad nickname for the rest of their life. All right, so I've done that eyebrows, but I need to go back and do my concealer. So I'm going to do that right now. So this light part goes down the bridge of my wide nose. The idea behind doing this down your nose, the light part, is to kind of diminish the bridge of your nose some. And since I have a very wide bridged nose, that's kind of an important thing. And I forgot to bring a sponge in here today, but today I think I'm going to forego that just because I don't want to stop the video. So there's my little light stuff. Do I need, okay. Yeah, I probably want to do that on my sunspot over here. I still haven't called the doctor about the colonoscopy. I tried yesterday. I couldn't find my paper that had the referral on it, so I have to call my other doctor. So this is my scars. Again, if you don't know what my scars are about, you can how that's looking. Alright, I think that looks pretty good. Pretty well blended. Oh, I forgot to do this over here. Almost forgot to blend in. You know, because if you don't blend in, especially with darker concealer, you'll have like a spot there and it will show. So you're walking around, and I'm not saying that anybody notices, but you're just walking around with a very obvious spot on your face, which is not a good idea. All right, so today's makeup, or today's eye makeup, because I feel like being different today. This is the Color Molten palette, or excuse me, Maybelline Color Molten by iStudio. And this is the number 306, and it's the Haute Rose, or whatever you want to call it. And it's 2 colors, so this is the base color, and then this is the accent color. And I'm only going to use 2 colors today, and you'll notice it matches my shirt a little bit, because I like to do that. So we're going to take our brush, I said pen, and we're going to put this base color all the way from here to my eyebrow. And I'm going to use my big mirror over here just because I can see it a little bit better than in the computer. But you notice that I put it over here instead of having it so close in that I have to lean in. But that's a good thing. Alright, so this looks pretty good. I like this color. This is a shimmery pink color that is just kind of nice and light. I like it. Just going to put that all the way over my whole lid. And remember, I'm just blocking in color right now, because that's just essentially blocking the color means that I'm just getting the color onto my skin so that I can see where it is, and so that I can see that it is actually on my skin. So I blocked that color in, and now I'm going to take a different brush for the deeper pigment. That's this one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit different today. I'm going to put it on the edge like this and just go in like this. It's kind of winged in a sense. You can see that now. And I'm going to go across kind of above my crease and up this way. And I'm blocking this color on. This is not going to stay like this. You know how I am. I block this on just so I can see where it is. I need to put a little bit more right here. And, you know, I'm just tapping it in there. So there it is, blocked in on that side. I'm going to do the other side. And I raise my eyebrows like that so that I can get up under, because I have hooded eyebrows, so it's hard for me to get the color in there without lifting my eyebrows. I know that's just super exciting to talk about. You know, I talk about my flaws on my skin and on my face kind of a lot, and it's not so that I can be like, you know, I'm not being self-deprecating, but what I'm trying to show is that when you have those flaws, you work with what you have and what you can do with them, as opposed to just commiserating and saying, oh, you know, and giving up. You can work with what you have and still look nice and polished and put together. All right, so that color is blocked on. So now, of course, I'm going to take my blending brush and blend this all in. So I'm going to go like right up here where I did that light color first, and on my, you know, I'm just blending it just a little bit like that. Don't worry, that's not the only blending I'm doing, heaven forbid. And now I'm going to use that darker pigment, and I'm just blending and blurring that line between the light and the dark so that it doesn't look so sharp and it doesn't look crazy. And the rule that I follow is blend until you think you've blended enough, and then blend some more. And that will just make sure that you're blending the appropriate amount. And as I was saying before about my flaws, now you can see when I blend, I'm going to come in close for this. The brush actually, see all that skin there? That's just skin that is, it's my skin that has some wrinkles and you know, stuff like that. And I'm not, you know, I'm not going to cry about it because I can't do anything about it at this point. If I ever did eye surgery, that would be nice, but I kind of don't see myself doing that, but I'll probably change my eyes. So this eye is blended, and this eye is not, obviously. So you can see the difference. This is a much more subtle, the color is still there, but it's much more subtle, and it looks quote unquote natural. Now it is not natural for me to have dark purple eyelids. That's not natural at all. But the idea is that you just make it look less dramatic or less like, look, I mean, you can tell the difference. Now in the 80s, this is what we did. We kept the dramatic look or whatever. But now it's like, now for my age especially, it's important to go a little bit more subtle. The more subtle you look, you just look a little more polished, but you still have color on your face. So I need to blend this in. It's driving me crazy already. I keep looking at it going, oh, blend, 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 please. And I see women walking around with unblended eyeshadow, and it makes me crazy because it just looks, you know, and I suppose it depends on the person. They may want you to look right at their makeup, which that's okay, I suppose. You know, you can do whatever you want. But for me, I think that's, you know, not necessary. So that looks pretty blended. I think I want to do a little bit more right here. And you can see, again, my eyes are very crinkly in there. And that's okay. I can have crinkly eyes. No one says that when I'm 53 I have to look like perfect. But see, look how nice that looks. It's subtle. It's still there, but it's not crazy cuckoo. And in yesterday's video, I talked about how usually what I do is put powder on first and then do everything and then put another coat of face powder on. And I've changed that routine because I felt like I was putting on too much powder and it was getting cakey looking. So I've changed that routine, and now I'm just putting one coat on at the very end. So at this point, I'm going to do my blush, and this is the Kaleidoscope blush that I got from Ipsy that I really like. It's called Skin Blush. It's a nice color. It's a little deeper than the day before the other videos. It's a little deeper pigment, but it's not too crazy. And I just put on the apples of my cheeks right here, and I go right up into my hairline. And you should go to your hairline because that way you don't end up with like a masky looking, you know, where you just have just around here. So I'm going to do that. There we go. And now I'm going to go in with my kabuki brush. That's this densely, wow, why does that look like that? I don't know. It just looks like that in the camera. There's nothing on here, by the way. It's clean. This is a kabuki brush. It's just a densely packed bristle, and it gives you a lot more fuller coverage on your face. And this is the True Match Soft Honey, which I've changed colors to make myself look a little bit less pale. So I just go like this and tap it out. You may see some little flying things in my camera. And I go right over everything I've done. The brows, the eyeshadow, my concealer especially, my blush. I go right over everything. I go up under my chin here. I don't want to look like I just have a line that stops right here of makeup. So go up under your chin and neck just to blend it in. That looks pretty good actually. Okay, so there is my powder for today. And so today I thought I would do something fun and different because I like to do fun and different things. And I'm actually going to use a purple eyeliner today. This also came in my Ipsy bag. It's called, I can't read that, Lord and Berry, which is kind of funny because it is a purple. Now I want to talk to you about these sticks because when you put on eyeliner, especially in stick form like this, it's really important to warm up the tip a little bit because if you don't, it's going to pull on your lid, which we don't want to pull on that skin under there. So what I like to do, and there's a couple of ways to do it. I've seen many ways. Some people actually take a lighter and do that business. To me, that is too much. It will make the pigment too dark. It will make it too smudgy, and it just doesn't work for me. So what I do is I take the back of my hand like this, and I just roll it like back and forth. 1, 2, I don't know, maybe 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and you can see that's the color there. It's pretty, I like it. And I'm going to line my eyes just the way that I do my other brown, but this is going to be a little bit more color, so I'm going to get the end. So now that's been heated by my body heat, and it'll go on smoother. And I apologize, I'm going to have to use my close-in mirror because I need to be able to see a little bit better. So excuse my big face right here. And that makes a huge difference in the way this goes on. Now I got this in an Ipsy bag, and I don't really like it. But for today's video, it's going to be just fine. And I'll tell you why I don't like it. I'll actually show you if you can see it. So there's my bottom lash lined, and I don't know if you can see, but it's a little bit flaky, which I don't like. So I'm going to show you how to fix if you have a crayon that is flaky like that. I'm going to show you what you can do to fix it or to make it look smoother. And then I'm just going right to the iris of my eye. On the other side, on the top lid, excuse me. There we go. There we go. So I just went like from my outer corner to where my iris starts. And the funny thing about this for me, I don't know if you can tell, but anytime I do a purple, it makes my eyes look greener. It's something to do with color wheel. I don't know. Let me do the other eye really quickly. And I'm going to try to move as quickly as possible so that you're not just looking at the side of my face. Which, you know. And I like this color. It's kind of fun. It's a fun color today. You don't have to line your eyes with just black or just brown. You can use other colors, and it doesn't mean anything at all. I mean, it doesn't mean like you're trying to do too young a makeup. You're not. So there we have them lined. I'm coming in really close because I want you to see how like flaky or whatever that is. So I don't like that part. Let me put the lid back on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fix that. So I'm taking my eyebrow brush right here, and I'm just cleaning that off with a little bit on tissue down here. And I'm going to go in with my eyebrow brush and just give it a swoop in, and that's going to take those little flaky bits off, or it's just going to smooth it out. And it'll look a lot nicer. It'll look a lot crisper is what I guess my point is. It essentially blends it, I suppose. And so that looks a lot better. It looks, okay, let me get a little bit right here. Sorry for my not talking. It's kind of boring to watch somebody do this. Let's go a little bit right here. Now, since that is a crayon, I know for a fact that because it's warm and humid outside today, it's going to melt off my face. So I'm going to help that as well by using my same eyebrow brush. And it's okay if a little bit of product is on there for this, and I'll explain why. And I'm going to go back in with that dark color of my eyeshadow. And I'm going to put powder on top of this crayon, and that will help set it on my face so that it won't run down into my crinkles. I called them crinkles, not wrinkles. And it also deepens the pigment a little bit, which is kind of nice. It's a different look. You should try to do a different look. I do a different look almost every single day just because I like that. I have something really fun to show y'all on Monday. something that I do that I haven't done in a while, and so I need to do it again on Makeup Free Monday. So I will show that to you. That'll be in, what, 2 more videos from now? I don't usually do videos on the weekends. I probably won't this weekend because I have things to do. And I think that looks pretty good. I'm looking at the symmetry. So there we go. So now I put that powder on, and that will help me maintain this eyeliner for the day. Which, you know, it's a different technique. It's a different way of doing things. It's a different product. I probably will not use this. I will probably not purchase this product just because it does not go on smooth enough for me. Oh well. And I'm going to clean this brush off really good because it has purple eyeliner now. So imagine if tomorrow I put on my brows and I've forgotten to take this purple eyeliner off. I'm going to have purple eyebrows. Not a cute look. Alright, so while I've been talking and lining my eyes and everything, I've had my mascara. Down here, I have my legs crossed, and I've let my body heat up the mascara, just like I was talking about yesterday in the other video, to help it go on faster. And so the tube, I can feel it. The tube is actually warm, which means this product is going to come out a lot easier. And I never do that thing where you go, because that puts air into the tube and it will dry out your mascara before you're ready for it. So excuse me while I do this. Actually, I can use the other side so I can back up a little bit. That's good. And I'm just putting this on. This is just mascara, my same waterproof mascara that I use every day. I know you're not supposed to use it every day. See, I put the stick in and then I rotate the bristle like this, and then I go kind of like that so that I'm not pumping air into the tube. And I'm just putting this on. It's going to be a wonderful... Whoops, I think I made a mistake there. I blinked. You know, sometimes when you know, the worst thing in the world, or not the worst thing in the world, but one thing I don't like to do is sometimes I'll put my mascara on, especially if it's allergy season, and then I'll immediately sneeze. And then you end up with these, well, you're going to end up with what I ended up right here, and I'm just going to take this off with my finger right now. Maybe I'll fix it later with micellar water. And I'm just putting this on the bottom lashes. And yes, I wear it on the top and the bottom. Some people would not like to do top and bottom. Some people like false eyelashes, which I do not. I have tried many kinds. I've tried the magnetic kind. I've tried the glue kind. And the glue kind are, they work better. They stay on better. And they look nice or whatever. But to me, it is a time-consuming operation that to me is just not worth it. I can kind of get the same look. If I just put on multiple layers of mascara, I can get the same look. So if I wanted to, I could wait for these to dry for a little bit and then go back in and do them again, and they would be longer, and it would be essentially the same effect. So I don't care for false eyelashes, and the magnetic ones were kind of cool, but it's just not for me. It's not something I'm willing to invest the time in on a daily basis, or even for a special occasion. Again, I wear glasses, so I think that has something to do with it, because when I was wearing the false eyelashes, they would brush against the lens of my glasses, and I'm like, so I didn't think that was a good thing for me. If you're not a glasses wearer, I think you can still get away with not putting false eyelashes on and look just fine. It's a complete and utter personal preference. If you know that you're going to be out and about and you want to have your eyelashes on, you do whatever makes you happy. As for me, no false eyelashes. I just can't deal with it. I'm going back in on the bottoms because I feel like I didn't get them very well coated the first time. And I'm going to go on my close end just so I can see. Yeah, I thought I had a little bit of a spot right there, and I was right. So now here we are. That's my mascara done. And everything is done on my face except for my lip color. And I'm going to go in with lip color again today. This is the Burt's Bees Hibiscus color. So I have on this purpley shirt, and so I think this color will look nice with my shirt. So I'm going to put that on. And again, it's so nice to use Burt's Bees because you don't have to be super precise. You essentially put it on like you do chapstick. Because that's essentially what it is. So there we have it. There is my face makeup for today. And I feel good about it. I think I look pretty good. I got a little dramatic with the purple eyeliner today, but I'm okay with that. And once I get my hair fixed and my where's my glasses? I gotta find my glasses. Here they are. I'm gonna put those on so you can see what I'm talking about when I talk about these under eye crinkles. You don't see them so much when I have my glasses on. Of course, I am literally like 6 inches from my camera lens, which nobody sees you this close. Everybody sees you about like, this is like, even this is close, maybe 18, 24 inches. And so if somebody's seeing you that close, they're really in your personal space. If I look over here in my mirror, this is a little bit further away. And so you can kind of see, you know, it's a clearer idea of what others in the world see you. And not that that matters, because you put on your makeup really so that you look good and feel good about yourself, which is why you should be doing makeup. If you're doing makeup to impress others, you're impressing women. Men are typically not impressed by makeup. Some might be, if that's their thing, but mostly, let's face it, we do all this stuff so that other women will look at us and go, oh, look how pretty she is. And that's all right too. All right, so remember the 3 areas of your life that I say every time I do a video that you should work on every single day: spirit, body, and mind. So for my spirit today, did some praying today, but I have a scripture reading that I do every morning. It's in these little booklets, and it has one for every day, so I do that every day. Spirit, body, I got extra rest today, and I'm taking a rest day from my physical activity of running because I need that recuperation. Also, I'm looking at my diet because remember in my other video I talked about how I have to watch my cholesterol according to my doctor, so I'm working on that. Okay, spirit, body, mind. Today, I think I have some writing to do, which I really need to do, but I also have some other things that are I need to learn something today, and so I haven't figured out what that is yet, but I kind of have an idea. There's a crafting thing that I want to try and see if I like it. It's a crochet pattern that I want to try, and I've done it in the past, but I didn't do well with it, and I don't know why, so I'm going to relearn it so that I can see what I can do with it. So those are the 3 areas, spirit, body, mind, that you work on every single day. It makes you a better person, makes you a happier person, and makes you a kinder person. Be kind to people. Be kind. Have a wonderful day.